forwards. Blake Griffin. And you know what?
He's one of the league's most physical players?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, he's physical. He just gets thrown around a lot sometimes.
K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. So glad you could join us here in Brooklyn, the home of the Nets. And, of course, Jared Jack. We'll see how they continue to fare without him.
Well, Kevin, no question it's a risky deal to make because you can sometimes sour your fans when you do that. I mean, trading one of the most popular players on the team is always high risk, no matter what you get in return.
Yeah, but it's a trade that I'm sure a lot of fans will second guess. Clearly a bold move, but as a GM, these are the things that are supposed to happen. You're going to bring scrutiny, and you just have to wait and see how this plays out. You have to focus on the big picture and what's going to be best for your organization moving forward.
So here's Miami's starting group. Freak in at point guard. Winslow is out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Laverne in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And he gets it to go.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bayless the pass to Nicholson. Here's the screen. Passes it to Neal. Launches it. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Freak kicks to Wade. Down low. Now here's Winslow. Defense right on him. And he gets it to go.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And stolen by Freak. All alone. Finishes the Freak with a slam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Brooklyn on defense, outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Lopez, a screen on Wade. Neal dishes to Nicholson. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. A big factor in today's game, he said, is how they are able to handle Chris Bosh. He said often in games, Bosh is the X factor with his ability to gather rebounds and finish off chances inside. In order to keep him from dominating the fight on the glass, they'll have to match his intensity every step of the way. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Wade. And again, it's the Heat missing. Brooklyn leading by 3. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Neal's shot is off.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Now here's Wade. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Swiped away. And oh, here we go with Bayless. Nobody back. And he gets it to go.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Here's Freak. The three-pointer, no good.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Nicholson in the post. Laverne on him. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
And it's Freak missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Bogdanovich passes to Bayless. And the Nets, another 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies.
And a new group in for the Nets. McCullough's checked in for Nicholson. Brooklyn with the ball. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the 2 teams.
2 conference foes, guys, looking to take game 1 tonight. Very interesting to see who can land the first blow.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Hollis Jefferson. Clarkson is out there with DJ Augustine. Then there's Andrew Nicholson. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And here's Augustine following the 3-pointer by Freak. Pass to Richardson. Freak with it. Coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. Knocks it loose. Bosch kicks to Freak. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. And it's 9 points for Freak.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Augustine, no luck.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And a wide open look for Freak. No good. That would have tied it. Nets leading by 3. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. From deep, an absolute bomb from 3-point range. Freak's got 12 points in the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Heat?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Now here's Freak following the miss by Brook Lopez. Freak dishes to Stoudemire. Stoudemire setting the pick for Dragic. Good on the triple. Now it's a 3-point Heat lead.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Ian Clark comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Augustine. And then for Miami, Laverne, he's checked in for Stoudemire. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Goran Dragic. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers got the job done. He had 55 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's Clark. Following the score by Miami, it's blocked. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. That is good. 18 points for Freak.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Freak. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. McCullough's checked in for Lopez. Tony Snell comes in for Nicholson. And Gary Neal subbed in for Ian Clark. Josh McRoberts has checked in for the Heat. Winslow comes in for Richardson. Miami with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. Freak passes to Wade. He feeds it to McRoberts. Puts it up from 12. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
So the Heat, their last game, a win against Cleveland.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerful. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. He's checked in for Freak. And that concludes the first half. Heat lead by 12. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the side.
Well, an incredible turnaround for you guys between the first and second quarters. What allowed you to jump out to this lead you've built?
To be honest with you, it was probably me calling people out on the bench. Told them just how bad they were playing. I guess it worked. Because we came out and played like we should have from the first minute.
Kevin, an interesting response. Over to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Okay, guys, solid.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Been a big game for Freak. He has 23 points and 6 steals.
No idea we see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Freak, he's in at the point. Chris Bosh is out there with Winslow. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Laverne in at the center, filling out the middle. Nets trail by 14. Here's Bogdanovich. Looking for his first basket still in this one. A shot's good from Bayless.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Bosh sets the pick for Wade. The feed to Bosh. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 3 assists in the game.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
That's good, and the Heat lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Bayless.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Freak kicks to Wade. There's a screen. Here's Freak. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Freak's got the lead up to 14 now for the Heat.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Lopez a screen. Pass to Bayless. Lopez kicks to Bogdanovich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nicholson. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
The dish to Laverne. To the paint. And that one's good. Freak's got 5 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
They grabbed their own miss. Nicholson's shot is off.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Freak. Rebound, Brooklyn.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Down low. Shot's good by Laverne.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Nets trail by 13. Poked away. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. That is good. Freak's got 30 points.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Brooklyn making some changes. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Bogdanovich. Ian Clark comes in for Gary Neal. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Jared Bayless. And then for Miami, Amare Stoudemire. He's checked in for Laverne. Richardson comes in for Winslow. And it's Dragic in for Dwayne Wade. Richardson dishes to Bosch. And that one's good. Bosch has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Lopez a screen. Augustine passes to Lopez. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. And that's now 8 points for Brook Lopez. The Heat leading by 15. The tray. And it's Freak missing. Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Kicks to Augustine. From 18 feet away. Let's keep it alive.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Feeds it to Richardson. Finished off the break. Richardson's got his first basket. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Miami.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Lopez playing well.
Nets trail by 12. Bogdanovich out there with Tony Snell. Then it's Gary Neal. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Bayless in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
There's the pass to Freak. Shoots from the line. 11 feet away. That one a little long. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. And Neal kicks to Bayless. Dishes it to Neal. There's the 3. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Bayless has got 6 assists in the game. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Freak. Brooklyn with the rebound. Snell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Bayless kicks to Neal. Wade with the block. They get it back. In transition, here comes Miami. Wade with the ball. A nice shot by Winslow.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Nets trail by 10. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Now here's Freak. D right on him. Beyond the arc. The shot's no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Lopez dishes to Nicholson. Neal. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Chris Bosh.
You look at what Neal has done so far. He's got 10 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They've gotten extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. They set the screen. Shots good by Laverne.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Shooting for Brooklyn.
That's good from Brook Lopez.
2 shots.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. Bosh, no one around him. And another basket for Miami.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Miami.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Yeah, I like the discipline, the self-control, and the patience, Kevin.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. definitely had the hot hand.
Knocked away and stolen by Freak for the finish. But they get it back. Wade passes to Freak. Second shot opportunity. That's good. Freak's got 44.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. They were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
Nicholson with the bucket.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
From deep. Offline. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Chris, this looks like a very confident basketball team. Tell us about what was working out there for you guys.
I mean, we just wanted to get out of play. We know we're aggressive, and we don't worry what kind of coverages they're in. We get right to our offense. I mean, we're good when we do it, and we just wanted to keep moving, keep the ball moving, stay aggressive, and not get flat-footed, and it worked out for us.
Chris, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
What a special night for him offensively. Anytime you can get a player who's scoring up in the 40s, you know he was feeling it. And once he got rolling, his teammates were getting him the ball and just getting out his way.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a
I stay from good to man.